A registered dietitian doing a liver detox.
I never thought that I would be making this video because I get a little angsty when I hear the word detox. The first things that come to my mind are glorified body wraps just to make you sweat, laxatives disguised as health supplements, or parasite cleanses that everyone is just doing on TikTok, even if they don't have a parasite. I would immediately call BS on anything that claimed to be detoxifying until I personally needed to take a look at my health. After my recent diagnosis with Hashimoto's, I took a health symptoms questionnaire to assess the health of my liver because the liver is a very important organ to overall health and maintenance of the body. An optimal score on the test showing that your liver was in tip-top condition was less than a 3, and my score was a 38. So that's when I started diving deeper into the research to see what I could do for my liver to support it in doing its job and my natural detoxification pathways. This video is a vlog showing you guys a day in my life during a liver detox to support my health and my hormones and give you guys some ideas on how you can support your body's natural detoxification processes too. We're starting off the morning with a detoxified morning routine, and what I mean by detoxified isn't just the lemon water that I'm drinking or the apple that I'm eating. It is slowing down before immediately jumping into my day. I used to be the kind of girl that would roll out of bed and immediately check my phone for messages from my clients and hop into work within 5 minutes of waking up. And to be honest, I'm not super against this if it works for you and your lifestyle and you have no problem with it. Maybe you're in a heavy grind season. I know that it served me in the past when I was deep into school and my internship and when I was building my business, but during this season of my life, health and hormones and getting Hashimoto's under control is the priority. So I'm slowing down my morning routine, starting my day with journaling and taking some extra time getting ready before I go to the gym, before I even start work. I find that going to the gym first thing in the mornings gives me a lot more energy for the day, and then I'm not scrambling during the day to try and find time in the middle of work. I'm pouring into myself first before I go and dive into all of the tasks that I have to complete for the day. This brings me to my first tip on a liver detox is that you want to get sweating. Sweating is one of our body's natural detoxification processes, so you can achieve this via exercise. You can sit in a sauna, you can take hot baths or a hot shower. Any way that we're getting the body sweating is going to aid in that process. Exercise is a double-edged sword though, because we don't want to be stressing our bodies out too much, and sauna is another form of stress on the body. So make sure that you are appropriately gauging the amount of stress that your body can handle based on your body's current needs and goals. As much as I would love to be in a growing phase right now and putting on some muscle, that's not what my body needs in order to get Hashimoto's back under control, to support healthy hormones and regaining my menstrual cycle, and then also supporting my liver in this detoxification process. So while exercise is a very, very healthy and necessary stressor to the body, we do need to take a look at the overall stress load on the body, as there are ways to get a sweat going that isn't going to add unnecessary stress to the body. So right now I'm only training 3 times a week in the weight room, and I'm going to hot yoga 1 to 2 times a week. Welcome back to my channel. And you might be thinking,
A registered dietitian doing a liver detox.
Yes, I am. If you guys have not seen my last video, which is me opening up about my recent Hashimoto's diagnosis, that will tell you why. Being post bodybuilding prep and also trying to get my Hashimoto's into remission, I am following a protocol by the thyroid pharmacist, Dr. Isabella Wentz, and I'm really, really excited about it. Today is my first full day on the liver reset cleanse protocol. So I'm going to take you guys through it, show you why I'm doing the things that I'm doing in my daily routine, and hopefully give you guys some tips on how you can safely detoxify your liver too. Something that I've been adding into my routine a few times a week is dry brushing. So dry brushing is quite literally what it sounds like. You take a dry brush and you lightly go over your skin, always working towards the heart and towards whatever lymph node is closest. So your lymphatic system helps to remove toxins and drain things from the body. And this also boosts circulation and boosts cell regeneration. All around, it's really great for you, especially if you're looking to boost your body's natural detoxification process. Other ways that you can move lymph fluid would be lightly massaging, lightly rubbing, like a lymphatic drainage massage, or by physically moving your body, say like getting up and doing some light walking. I love doing this just before hopping in the shower because I can go and wash off all of the extra skin cells and stuff that this dry brush took off. It's also very invigorating to do in the morning. So you can go in strokes or you can do gentle circles. Remember, always working up. Ideally, if I was not filming a YouTube video and I didn't have to have pants on right now, I would start from my ankles and work my way up my body. So I'm going to do the rest of my body and then hop in the shower to wash all of this. I don't normally get ready this late in the morning. I would have my makeup on and everything, but we had meetings and things this morning as soon as we got home from the gym because we left like 20 minutes late, so I'm going to be doing it now. Normally I would just let the day go by and not actually get ready and just rock it out like this, but my birthday is in 2 days and I'm turning 25, and I decided that at 25 years old, or I guess like 24 and
8/10,
I was going to start getting dressed and make sure that I get ready every single morning. And even if I don't do full hair, makeup, all of the things, just do something to make myself look more presentable. Because when you work from home, it's really easy to just wake up, roll out of bed, not do your hair, not do your makeup, and just work in your pajamas. But taking the extra 10 minutes to do your makeup and get dressed really does go a long way. Something that I have started doing in my beauty routine is switching to cleaner products. As you guys saw, I use a lot of Pacifica products, and it's because they are free of a lot of different chemicals. They're cruelty free. A lot of their products are vegan. And I have noticed that since entering into a Hashimoto's flare up that I am a lot more sensitive to products. I also think I'm just paying more attention to these things than I was before. And I've been feeling so much better since removing a lot of them from my life. For example, my perfume is now giving me headaches. And I kind of always noticed it, but I just wrote it off as it being too strong. And then I switched over to a more natural body mist perfume approach. My head doesn't hurt anymore and I can still smell really good. So I am currently on the hunt for a really good vanilla warm perfume. I have a body mist right now from Pacifica that I'm loving using, but I want something that lasts a little bit longer and it smells more sophisticated that I can wear out for a dinner or something. Makeup is a really, really big one because makeup goes on your face and it contains a lot of different ingredients to make it really highly pigmented or to last for a long time. And think about it. You're putting this stuff on your lips, on your eyes, and if it is bothering you, it's only going to exacerbate issues. So I used to use the Maybelline BB cream and absolutely loved it. But this is by Tower 28. And it is pretty comparable. I would say that it is a little bit more glowy. I'm not sure if it has more coverage, but this is a pretty good dupe. It is more expensive, as most clean products are, and this is why I'm taking a slower approach to transitioning into a cleaner lifestyle. So I still have my mascaras and things. I'm not just going to throw everything out right off the bat because that is overwhelming and it can get really, really expensive. So as I am running out of products, I'm replacing them with cleaner beauty items. Really love this Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 tinted sunscreen for my everyday makeup. I've also been a massive cream liquid blush fan, so I am currently using the Pacifica Mood Glow color shifting blush, and it comes out white, but then as you rub it, it starts to shift colors. I feel like you start activating pigments or something in it, so you can see it's gone kind of pink, and it just provides the cutest little peachy pink flush to your skin. Now let me say, with these clean beauty products, I love makeup and I will not go out looking crusty. So if I don't like the clean beauty product, I will not try and convince you guys that it is the same as the normal one because the chemical filled ones just hit different. They just look so good on your face. So I will be doing my due diligence to find products that I genuinely like. So if anybody has some clean beauty favorites, some brands, some products I need to check out, please drop them in the comments because I am open to trying them all. A major part of liver detoxification is properly supporting your body via the diet. Starting today, I have fully removed gluten, dairy, and soy out of my diet in an effort to reduce overall inflammation and also to drop my thyroid antibodies. So because I have been gluten and dairy free, it was pretty bittersweet at first because as you guys saw in my Eating for Gut Health video, I love my cottage cheese bowls, I love my cheeses, and I was trying to get them from a good source. But let me tell you that I feel so much better since removing gluten and dairy from my diet. Removing soy is also part of this protocol because research supports that people that do have Hashimoto's and do have elevated antibodies can see a reduction in those antibodies and start feeling better when you remove it. So I'd rather do it all at once and just cover all of my bases right at the beginning of my protocol, because it's only going to progress from here. So since going gluten-free, I've been eating a lot of rice to get in my carbs. And as you guys saw this morning, I did a lot more cream of rice than I did oatmeal. And it's because a lot of my carbs are coming from fruits and vegetables. So it's really easy for me to eat a ton of fiber. And I want to make sure that I'm gradually walking that up. That being said, I'm also taking a more fat-heavy approach to my protocol, which is also going to support hormonal restoration, which is also a primary goal of mine coming out of prep, because I want to get a regular and healthy menstrual cycle back as soon as possible. So in my bowl right here, we have some rice, and Brussels sprouts belong to the cruciferous vegetable family, which support the liver's detoxification processes. Other cruciferous vegetables include broccoli or cauliflower or cabbage. Also, due to having a higher fat intake, I'm really focusing on getting high quality sources of fats in my diet, so I have been living on smoked salmon. It just makes you feel so bougie to eat smoked salmon. And if you guys are also a major smoked salmon fan, Trader Joe's has the best prices. To add to the fat content of this meal, I'm going to be topping it with some tahini, which is one of my favorite condiments. It's made out of sesame seeds and it has a very drippy, natural peanut butter-like consistency, but it goes incredible with coconut aminos. So that is my sauce of choice. And lastly, I'm going to be topping it with an egg for some more healthy fats, and also because a runny yolk on top of smoked salmon and Brussels sprouts and rice is just
So good.
This is the final product. You'll feel so much better if you start paying more attention to what you're actually feeding your body, because that is the fuel that you're giving your body to do all of its daily activities. I thought I was totally fine eating gluten and dairy, and then coming out of prep, I started taking free meals and going out to eat, which meant that I was eating more gluten and dairy than I'm used to, and my symptoms just kept getting worse with brain fog and low energy. And when I would eat my cottage cheese bowl at night, I felt like it was just sitting in my stomach and I wasn't actually able to digest it. So sometimes you need to pull the foods out of your diet to see if you are sensitive to them, because a lot of food sensitivity tests are truly not reliable and not that accurate, and they're just a ton of money. So the most reliable way that you can figure out if you're sensitive to foods is by actually pulling them out for 30, 60, 90 days and then slowly reintroducing them back in and seeing if your body reacts. Due to the protocol that I'm on right now, I'm going to keep these things out of my diet for at least 12 weeks, if not 6 months. But I'm already feeling so much better and I'm enjoying the taste of real food again, so I'm not even mad. Just finished eating my lunch and I just made a dandelion root tea. I've been drinking a lot of teas on this protocol. As you guys saw this morning, I drank decaf coffee. I've been drinking decaf since like 1 or 2 weeks post-show to support my hormones. And I could tell that it was giving me a little bit of anxiety in the afternoon. It might have been because I was having like 2 cups a day. But in order to support my hormones coming back to where we want them to be, and also to support this protocol that I'm doing right now, we're going to be staying on decaf. The tea that I'm sipping on right now is a dandelion root tea. Dandelion root is particularly beneficial to liver health because it helps to stimulate bile production of the liver. And the liver is where we produce bile, which is our digestive secretion that helps us to emulsify fats. And when I say emulsify fats, think of a fat molecule. It breaks it down into smaller fat molecules that make it easier for the body to digest. In order for our liver to be healthy, our digestion also has to be healthy. So digestion is a big focus of my protocols right now, as you guys can see with my eating habits. I'm making sure that I'm getting in enough fiber, I'm getting in enough movement during the day. I've even started bowel training again, which is basically just sitting on the toilet when you first wake up, 10 minutes after breakfast and then 10 minutes after lunch. And it's quite literally just training your body to get back into very consistent digestion regulation, which was an issue for me coming out of my last prep, and it has made a world of difference. Back to dandelion root tea, it does help the liver produce bile, which thus helps our digestion. And when we can digest things easier, that means that it's easier for the liver to process and actually detoxify our body from those things. I truly enjoy the taste of dandelion root tea. I like sipping on it during the day. I always like to have 1 decaf coffee, 1 water, and some sort of fruity drink, but because I'm not doing artificial sweeteners or anything like that right now, whereas that used to be like a Mio or a diet soda, it is now tea. Before I go get back to work though, I'm actually going to throw some organ meat into my Instant Pot. I got a bunch of different organ meats from Wild Fork Foods, and I'm going to be making a beef heart today. I have beef kidney, beef liver, and beef heart. I'm also a fan of chicken heart, but they were sold out when I ordered. And organ meat is a phenomenal source of a ton of micronutrients. So organ meats are packed with vitamins and minerals, especially your B vitamins, which are very, very important to supporting the liver's detoxification pathways. Think of it in a human body. Our organs need a lot of the nutrition in order to function because that's what keeps us alive. That's the same thing with an animal. Also, a good way to think about it is if you're having issues with your liver or your kidneys and you really want to support that with your diet, you can eat the animal version of that organ and be giving your body a lot of the nutrition that that needs. So I just sprayed the pot and put the beef heart in here. Now I'm gonna cover it with a little beef broth just to make sure that it stays nice and moist because dry organ meat just does not sound awesome. I will say that if you cook it right, it tastes pretty much like any sort of beef cut. Then next, my favorite seasoning blend that I've found for my organ meats is chili powder, a little bit of garlic, which is another great liver supporting ingredient, oregano. And this time we're gonna add some turmeric for the anti-inflammatory properties. And that is all that she wrote. I'm gonna take this, pop it into, and I'm going to set it to meat. And we're good to go. I was getting some steps in while I was working and I hit my step goal, so we are sitting down for the rest of the evening. I have to go do Erica's makeup in like 2 hours, so I got about 2 more hours to knock some work out, get a meal in. But I wanted to sip on something while I was working. Per usual, I finished up my dandelion tea, so I am going to be having a little mocktail situation. So we have sparkling mineral water, some lime juice, a little bit of salt. I have some fresh mint in there, and I'm going to be adding this chlorophyll to it. Chlorophyll is the green pigment in plants. So when you see a green leaf, a green tree, that is chlorophyll. And chlorophyll has a ton of benefits to it, including supporting detoxification of the liver. It can help you to raise your iron levels, reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. So it's a really great addition to my whole liver support reset detox protocol right now. I was put on this in high school because I was anemic, and I remember that I just could not stand the taste of it. I feel like my taste buds have changed as I've gotten older, and it doesn't really bother me that much anymore. But I will say putting it into some sort of drinking liquid that's not just water. Like this morning I did it in coconut water and I'm doing it in sparkling mineral water right now. Helps to mask the green taste of it. And the combination of the chlorophyll with the fresh mint is so good. It's giving mojito vibes. All right, so I'm gonna sip on this until I make my next meal, which is probably gonna be with that beef heart. So I will catch you in a little bit. It could not be a video about liver detoxification if I did not touch on supplements. So before I get into this, remember, always consult with your physician before you go and take any sort of supplement or medication to make sure that it is the best for you and your body and you're not putting yourself at unnecessary risk for any potential complications. I am following a protocol created by a doctor specifically for Hashimoto's. I'm going to be referencing the benefits to supporting and detoxifying the liver. So even if your goal is to support and detoxify the liver, please take the supplements, the labels, whatever you're interested in taking, and go consult with a health professional that you work with before you do so. I just put together my supplements and it is a lot of them. And I know that it's going to be a lot of them for the next 12 weeks. So I know that it is short-lived, but I have really been enjoying learning about all of these different supplements and how they play into Hashimoto's and then also to point supporting the liver for the next 2 weeks. So the first one we're going to start off with is NAC, which is N-acetylcysteine. This is the precursor to glutathione, and glutathione is the body's master antioxidant. And the way that antioxidants work in the body is that they work to fight back against free radicals. When free radicals are running amok in our body, they bust up cells and can lead to oxidative stress, increasing potential cancer risk and other health-related complications. So by providing my body with the precursor to its most abundant antioxidant, this is protecting the liver against free radicals and toxins. The next one that I'm taking is curcumin. Curcumin is a compound that's found in turmeric. So as you can see, these capsules are that bright orange turmeric-y color. And this again is supporting liver health by reducing inflammation and oxidative stress. So the big thing that I want you to take away from a liver detox is supporting the body's natural ability to fight inflammation and do its job. Taking curcumin can be beneficial to other systems systems of the body, not just for the liver, including joints, tissues, colon, overall cellular health. Oxidative stress and inflammation doesn't just occur in the liver. The liver is the organ that processes everything that goes through the body, so if your liver isn't functioning properly, things are going to get a little bit backed up. The liver does a phenomenal job on its own. You may not need to do a full protocol to support the liver's ability to function, but when conditions pop up such as Hashimoto's or a really stressful period in life, or maybe some hormonal dysregulation, then we may need to take a look at the liver and give it some extra support. Next, we have homocysteine factors, which is composed of vitamin B6, folate, vitamin B12, and trimethylglycine. And all of these B vitamins come in the methylated form. And that is a fancy word of saying that there is a methyl group added to these B vitamins. There is a genetic mutation that happens in a large percentage of our population, especially in those with Hashimoto's, that the body's methylation process is slowed. And when this process is slowed down, we can have trouble fighting against viruses, managing inflammation and oxidative stress, processing toxins in our liver, and producing enough neurotransmitters in the brain. So methylation doesn't just happen in the liver. It's a very important process for all of our cells. So if you ever get a Dutch test, you can see on that test whether you have sufficient methylation or if you're a slow methylator. I will be pulling a Dutch test the next time I get my labs drawn, so I'm really excited to read that and share that with you guys. Next, we have a liver and gallbladder complex, which again is supporting bile flow. And I talked about this with the dandelion root tea. Our body needs to be producing enough bile to be able to properly break down fats and properly digest them, not only for the digestive tract, but also so that the liver can properly process and detoxify them too. So this contains ingredients like milk thistle extract, beet powder, artichoke extract, ox bile, and inositol, as well as vitamin A and our B vitamins again. And lastly, we have this amino detox. And basically what this is a supplement providing amino acids in their simplest form so that the body doesn't actually have to break them down. This is going to provide the liver with necessary amino acids because the liver does a lot of work at coupling and uncoupling different amino acids to produce a bunch of different compounds in the body, whether they are structural proteins or neurotransmitters or whatever the liver needs to be producing. So if the liver is backed up and not working optimally, it might not be getting everything that it needs out of the food that you're eating. This is providing the liver with readily available amino acids for it to use without a lot of work. The takeaway of all of the supplements that I am taking is that we are supporting the liver with the nutrients and the fuel that it needs to be functioning optimally in order for it to do its job. This also comes from the supportive lifestyle protocols that I've mentioned throughout the day today and eating a really well-rounded, nutrient-dense diet. There's no crazy secret sauce to detoxification and supporting the body outside of optimizing its normal daily functions. Really, it comes down to being responsible and properly feeding our bodies and taking care of it and incorporating more of that into our daily lives. So I hope that this explanation was helpful to you guys. I'm going to be linking the books and resources that I got this protocol from in the description. So if you are struggling with Hashimoto's or anyone you know is, you can send them over the links and the resources so that they can get some help too. I'm gonna go make another meal and I will catch you guys tonight for my favorite dessert that I have been making. That is again, very liver healthy and supportive. I just got back from doing Erica's makeup and oh my gosh, it looks so good. I cannot wait to do it this weekend. I love doing makeup for other people because I love, one, makeup, and two, playing a role in other people feeling so beautiful and so confident. And the fact that I'm able to help another woman achieve that just makes my heart absolutely sing. I am hungry now and I'm about to make my last meal of the evening, and it is going to be a chocolate liver supporting avocado pudding, and it has a chokehold on me right now, so I'm excited to show you guys the recipe. I start with my little mini food processor that came with my immersion blender. You can use an immersion blender or you could use a normal blender. You could probably even use like a Ninja little bullet machine too. My next adventure is to make this mixture and put it in a creamy and then spin it because I think it would be incredible. So we're gonna start with a banana for creaminess and also for sweetness. Next, we are going to take a whole avocado, yes, an entire avocado, and put it into here. The avocado gives just the creamiest base ever, and it also helps me get in my fat intake. I know that it sounds weird and probably pretty gross, and honestly, I was pretty skeptical at first too, but it is so good. Avocados are also very rich in heart-healthy fats, vitamin E, and they contain different compounds that support liver protection against damage. So it is a win-win-win situation. Next, we're going to be adding some cocoa powder, and I add a decent bit of cocoa powder because I like my stuff really chocolatey. And then we're going to add 1 scoop of this Paleo Cleanse Plus. And this is a protein powder that essentially doubles as like a multivitamin, as well as, again, supporting liver detoxification. So like the supplement that I mentioned a little bit earlier where I broke down the ingredients, this one also contains methionine and inositol, as well as glutathione and milk thistle and a bunch of other liver detoxification supporting ingredients. I will say that it tastes a little bit more metallic than a normal protein powder, and I do think it's because of the rich mineral content in it, because it does contain close to almost half of your daily value of a lot of minerals in here, which is awesome to get them all in. And I might continue using this after I'm off this protocol just as a multivitamin replacement, because it's a really easy way to get it all in that isn't just like this big old horse pill. Is the whole recipe. You don't need to add any sort of stevia or maple syrup or anything, because you already get the sweetness from the banana, the creaminess comes from the avocado, and then the powders give it just enough that it's not just like a banana avocado paste. It comes out to be this really rich chocolatey pudding thing. So I'm gonna blend it and then show you. The creamiest pudding ever. The fat content, guys, don't be afraid of eating higher fat, because it is so good for your body, so good for your hormones, and the creaminess of what you are going to eat is
Sugar.
And now I'm just going to add some of these Simple Mills. They're almost like little graham crackers. They are the Sweet Thins, honey cinnamon, and these are gluten-free, dairy-free, little snacky treats that I actually get to eat on this gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free diet. I'm gonna weigh out a couple and do a little mix-in cycle just like I would do in my creamy. But tomorrow, I think I might make this in the morning and try it in my creamy and see how it does. I don't want to go too much because I definitely still want some chunks in there, because chunks are the best. But here we go. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna go sit on the couch and I'm gonna watch Selling Sunset for a little bit until I get ready to go to bed, and then I'm going to lay in bed and read my book, which brings me to my last must-do of this liver detox protocol. Is you have to detox yourself from protocols that are not serving you. And by protocols, I mean you have to detox your life from things that are not serving you and your healing. So this could be working too late at night. That is a big culprit for me, that if I go back to work after I eat my last meal, I will not go to bed because I stay up all night thinking about all of the work I have to do. It could be negative people in your life, negative relationships, doing things that don't make you feel good, that suck your time, that suck your energy. If you're in a state where you do need to be supporting your healing and your evolution on your health and fitness journey, you might need to take a look at your personal interactions with yourself, your personal relationship with yourself, and also the people around you. What I want to leave you with today is that doing a liver detox is so much more than just taking some teas and some supplements and pooping your brains out. It is about truly creating a lifestyle change, because whatever lifestyle changes you are making, a lot of them will continue to serve you and carry you through onto bigger and more advanced health goals once you do resolve what you're currently working on. So detox your body, detox your life, and you are well on your way to good health. So I hope that this was helpful to you guys. I had so much fun documenting this and getting to share a little bit of my Hashimoto's remission journey with you. I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up. Drop any questions that you have about anything below. I'll try and link a lot of the things that I mentioned today in the description of this video as well. I'll catch you guys in my next video as I continue documenting my journey putting Hashimoto's into remission and sharing some nutrition tips along the way.